Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is my very first ever video, or maybe the very first ever full-length video, because my very first video was a short-length content. Okay, this video I want to introduce you to Paramount PE205. As you can see, she is the cheap alternative of Thinline Telecaster, or more specifically Thinline Telecaster with two single coil pickups. As you can see, she's a beauty. She's a sunburst with pearly white pickguard, and and I just recently bought her not so long ago. So this is not my first guitar. It's my third one, or maybe a second one if you want to be specific about whether the guitar is acoustic or electric. So the design is pretty straightforward. It's a two pickups with some pretty variable control settings. I'm pretty much specifically pick Telecaster design because I'm not a pretty seasoned guitarist. I can play both rhythm and leads, a bit of plugging, I guess, but I'm still sucks at plugging. But anyways, well, if you now let's check the body. Doesn't she look beautiful close up? Okay, so yeah, just like I said, she's got a pearly white pickup, and as you can see, she got an ashtray bridge with where I put my guitar picks on it. So it's the design pretty straightforward. It's a two pickups, a bridge, and a neck, and so yeah, the pickup switch is pretty straightforward. It's a three-way switch. It's only got three position: neck, middle, and bridge. Just like your typical Telecaster. So the volume controls are also pretty straightforward. It got three controls, just like the Telecaster, and the pickups and the neck pick, both bridge and necks, are just like the Telecaster. And the control knobs are pretty straightforward. It's only got like one master volume, and the volume control both pickups, and this is a master tone control which control the overall tone of the guitar. Okay. And now let's the fretboard. Now head to the neck. Yes, at the headstock you can see is Paramount electric guitar, and it's got a serial number. It's PE205 22998. Speaking of 22, I'm also a man in my 20s. I'm 22 years old, which means I still got way ahead in my life. I can do a lot before my time runs out. Okay, and if you just look at her, you can say she's just like your typical Thinline Telecaster until you actually look close to her, and you might see some differences, like the bridge. Instead of the guitar where you put a strings through a bag, you can just directly put it through a bridge, and then it's pretty straightforward if you're not new to electric guitars and stuff. So I also like those lettering on the neck, and the neck is pretty thin and small. I think it's a C shape. I guess maybe the neck is thin and small now. Maybe because I got old and my hands got a little bigger. And there's some dots that indicates you the number of the fret number if you not look at directly at a fingerboard. So if you're play, these dots might help you pick a fret number. Another difference is you'll see is around the base of the neck, which is the fret number is 22 frets, and the neck is here, at the base of the neck, there's a little cutout or a little curve out where you can fit your finger if you want to play really high fret numbers. So if you want to get a actual Fender Telecaster neck and install on this Paramount model, you can't. Sorry, because it's just the way it is. So she's a cheap alternative based on Thinline Telecaster SS with two pickups, three-way pickup toggle, master control, and the tone control. As you see, this F hole is an actual hole. Like I said, she's based on Thinline Telecasters, so she's a semi-hollow body instead of just regular solid body. So you can actually put your finger in here, and you can touch inside of her, and that's her whole ends. And here, just I think it's the cavity start from here to there. I most semi-hollow bodies say the body is solid in the center while there are some cavities on the side. If you remove the pickguard, might see the hollow side where they house wires, control knobs, toggle switch, and the pickups. And all of them are pretty much connected through some wires. So the pickguard, I like the guitars with the pickguard because they're pretty easy to customize if you know the accessory parts. Like if you want to change that pickguard to black, lava, or H white, or just white, you can do that with any guitar that got the pickguards, be it Telecaster, Stratocaster, or some Ibanez, I guess. You can do that. They're pretty customizable. And before when I unload her, she got the plastic seal over her, which I gotta remove it, and I accidentally pull off the control knobs, which made me realize, well, this maybe it's not that hard for me to change the pickguard. So maybe I might change her pickguard, but not in a black. But I want a black pickguard for my future Stratocaster. So I'm just go with aging white or maybe just white, depending on my mood. So that, I guess, that's all for regarding the basic information about the guitar. So I guess now it's time to actually play that and see if she sounds good without an amplifier, because I just literally bought a semi-hollow body guitar to play without an amplifier or effects. So if you're like that guy, you can also try that out yourself. I bought it from Meesin stores. They're a music instrument store, which they also sell various musical instruments along with some accessories. They The store is based in Bangkok, so if you're an expert or migrant worker right here in Thailand, if you want to spend some time playing guitar and stuff, you can actually order instruments from them. They got pretty nice. Their service is pretty great. They carefully package the guitar. They carefully select the variation you picked. And at first I was worried about if they might accidentally send me a wrong color, but turns out they actually nail it with the delivery. They actually pack it, get sunburst color for me. So thanks, Meesin. Also, I forgot to tell you that for this guitar with the package, like it didn't just come. The package is not only the guitar, so she came with the gig bag, strap, picks, one medium and two heavy, and this one is heavy, and and finally the cable with tools for adjustment or something. Okay, but I accidentally ordered a guitar strap before I actually ordered this guitar, so this is not the one that came along with her. So anyway, but I like the design. It's just simple black with the shield shaped with P and P. So the whole package in a set is only around nearly 145 USD. So basically she's a cheap alternative design based on the very popular Thinline Telecaster. So this guitar is literally like a guitar which a newbie guitarist will buy to practice on their own. So okay, last talking and let's play some tune on it. Sorry, let's play some tune on my little paddy. Sorry, sorry, wrong note. Okay, maybe a little bit more. Okay, so as you see, she's a semi hollow body. So if you're a guitarist who wants a guitar that stands between the solid body and the hollow body, because the semi hollow bodies you can play semi hollow without amplifiers. So if you want to play electric guitar but don't want to always have want to play it with an amplifier or guitar effects and just want to play regularly, this design, the Thinline Telecaster design, or maybe the Gibson E335, I guess, or maybe 225, I kind of forgot. So the semi-hollow bodies are pretty might fit if you just want to play and if you don't care about play with amps or distortion or whatever effects, and if you just want a guitar that you can electric guitar, especially electric guitar, you can play without worrying about the power consumption and amplifier, not having an amplifier or not having effects. Semi-hollow bodies are the way to go. So I guess that's all for today's video then, and I'll see you around. See you guys.